sound. So, so we'll settle in here to a comfortable seated position in our chair, coming a little bit forward. And let's just soften our chin towards the front of the throat, and we'll close our eyes as we elongate up through the back of the neck and up through the crown. Noticing how the bottoms of your feet feel, connecting with the ground, and how your weight feels sinking into the chair beneath you. And just connecting with that flow of the breath moving through the body. Anchoring our awareness there and noticing the physical sensations in the body, noticing how we're feeling. And with each breath, just drawing yourself a little bit more present. You can open your eyes and just softly take in your environment, noticing what's around you without lingering or just creating any stories. Just look around and take in what's around you, noticing perhaps little details that you don't always notice. Maybe looking out the window, saying hello to the day out there, noticing what feelings arise as you gaze upon the outside world. Good. And then closing the eyes again and taking it more inward. Just bringing the inner and the outer more in sync. And let's let our arms float down by our side. And we're just going to allow the arms to float slowly up as we inhale. And then let them just float slowly down as you exhale, elongating the breath. And we'll soften the chin forward. Good. Just beginning to bring a little bit of flow through the whole body. And letting the arms come up a little higher as you inhale. Take a little longer coming down. Good. We'll rotate the palms up as we come up. Just a little bit of an arch in the upper back as you reach the top of your inhale, and then unwind. And as the arms come all the way down, you'll just let the head soften forward. Good. Slowly opening up our spine and the whole body with our breath. And let's do that a couple more times. This time as we come up, let's leave our arms up. And we'll just take our right hand and grab our left wrist, anchor into the sit bones, bringing the low back a little bit, and then inhaling one more time and exhaling over. And then just breathing here into that side body. Maybe notice how it feels if you create a little rotation, a little twisting, just gentle. Good. Inhaling back to center and changing hands. Exhaling, lifting through that arm as it softens over to the other side. Rooting through the sit bone and softening through the mid and low back. And then finding space for the breath to move into the back side of the body as we're stretching the side body. And again, notice how it feels to create a little bit of a twist, very gentle. Bringing the arms up and letting them come down. Coming forward just a little bit. Let's just let the shoulders bounce here and shake the arms and elbows. Releasing tension in the arms and shoulders here. Good. All right. Let's inhale the arms up to our shoulder level. And then we're just going to twist from side to side. Big open mouth exhales might feel helpful here. Pull the belly muscles in a little bit to protect the low back and just make a really subtle motion. Yeah. Coming back to center. And let's do some circles here about the sides of a basketball. Already I can feel kind of working in the shoulders. We'll reverse those. Good. And then let's reverse it again and make them bigger. Ooh, the shoulders are working, and we'll reverse one more time. Good. And again, we're going to bounce and shake it out. Wonderful. Let's pull the shoulders up to the ears and squeeze. And then draw the shoulder blades together and then let them melt down the back. Inhaling up. And then together and melting down as you exhale. Letting yourself roll a little bit in the spine. Good. And reverse. Wonderful. Okay. Let's reach the arms down, spread through the fingers, and we'll just let our left ear melt to the shoulder. Right arm melting down and away from the ear. And we'll create a little motion here across that shoulder. Moving the head forward and back. And then just coming to the center, breathe there. And when you're ready, rotate the chin towards the shoulder. And then rotate the chin diagonally so that you're gazing at the ceiling. So just back and forth there. So bringing the chin towards the shoulder and then gentle twist in the neck as you bring the gaze up. Good. Back and forth. Good. And then we're going to bring the chin down towards the armpit, the head forward, staying connected through both arms. And then just let that head rotate through the center. Oh, bringing the chin over to the other side. Pausing there for a moment and breathing into the back side of the left side of the neck. Good. And then rolling a little bit more so the chin comes to the top of the shoulder. And we'll do that diagonal move here. So rotating the head as you gaze up and then bringing the chin towards the shoulder. Finding what feels smooth and fluid and helpful here. Next time the chin comes to the shoulder, let's just bring the ear more towards the shoulder and find that stretch across the center of the neck as we reach through the opposite arm. And then if you want, you can bring a little movement across the shoulder. So inhaling head back and then exhaling head forward. And then coming to center. And on the next inhale, letting the head float up to the center, bringing the ears up, and we'll squeeze, 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 and release. Good. Chin to the front of the throat, and then up. Just a little movement forward and gazing up. Yeah, great. Oh, that felt so good. All right, let's do some wrist rotations here, bringing that fluidity down the arms, awakening our face and all those little bones of the wrist and hands. And then we're going to let the arms float up as we do this. Inhaling as we come up and then reversing the directions and exhaling as we come down. And reverse, inhaling. And reverse exhaling. Oh, good. All right, let's bring our hands behind our head. We're going to clasp our fingers together and bring our hands right behind our head. And then just bring the head back into your hands, opening through the elbows. All good. And as you inhale, we'll do that. And then as we exhale, we're just going to bring the belly muscles in, but we're going to bring the elbows together as we bring our head forward a little bit towards the chest, but staying a little bit more upright in the spine. So inhaling, open. And exhale, we're going to just bring the elbows together as we exhale. Good. Opening and then releasing. Good. And then we're going to soften a little bit more forward as we exhale. So we're going to exhale, soften through the whole spine a little bit more and bring those elbows together as they come down. Good. Inhaling. And rounding through the back. Good. Coming back up. Let's just relax to one side, inhale back up to the center, and then relax into the other side. So a little bit more focusing on the upper side body here. Good. And then coming back to center, we're going to lift our right knee and do a little crunch as we bring that left elbow towards the right knee. Inhaling back up. And exhaling other side. So right elbow to left knee. Good. Inhaling back up. And exhaling. Softening forward. Good. Inhaling. We'll do one more on each side. Inhaling to center. Good. And last one. Good. Coming up, we'll release our hands. Bring them back to the back of the chair. If you can find a place for your hands to relax, either right behind you or down alongside your hips, kind of hook onto the chair. Bring the torso forward and release your head and shoulders towards your lap as you hang on to the chair. Breathing all the way down into the belly and low back. And then just keeping your hands there, let's inhale the head up a little bit and exhale into that forward fold. Inhaling, lengthening up through the crown, bringing our gaze forward, and then exhaling forward. And one more. We're keeping it flowing, which helps our body receive the message that we are wanting. Okay, and we'll release our hands. So we're just looking for that opening in a really natural way. We're not forcing, we're just inviting the body. Good. All right, let's heel toe our feet a little bit wider and come forward here onto our elbows. And let's bring our torso forward as we press away the knees from each other. Yeah, and just release the head here. And then breathing into the mid back, low back, rib cage. Good. And then we're going to come up just a little bit and we'll do our twist here. So right shoulder towards the left knee. Inhale back to center. Left shoulder to right knee. Inhaling back to center. Back and forth here. And back to center. Let's bring our hands down to the floor or to blocks. And release the head. Hanging out for a moment here, you can press into the hands, and as you do so, feel your shoulder blades spreading away from one another as you press and round through the upper back just a little bit. And then release the pressing into the hands and the shoulders relax. The shoulder blades come together. Pressing into the hands, lifting through that upper back, the shoulder blades spread apart. And then releasing and you sink down a little bit. Good. One more time, pressing into the hands. Spreading across that upper back and releasing. Good. From here, we're going to inhale our right arm up. And then just reach to the side as you do so. And we're going to exhale back the hand down. Good. Inhaling the left arm first up and then over to the side. Good. Inhaling back to the ground. Good. Inhaling up and over and back down. We'll do this back and forth. It can be one sweeping motion with the arm. A moving meditation we're creating when we combine movement with the breath. Good. And one more. on each side. Good, coming down. Let's heel toe our feet back together. And if it's possible to place your hand underneath your foot and give your palm of your hand a little massage with your toes, that might feel good. If that's a little bit tricky, don't worry about it. Yeah. And kind of like do a little walking on those palms. I should do that more often. That feels really good, actually. There's a type of massage that you like a shiatsu that you do with your feet. That would be fun too. All right, so we're going to bring our elbows back up to the knees and then our hands and just roll ourselves back up. Oh, that felt nice. Little shoulder roll. Let's bring our left ankle on top of our right knee and come forward, and our torso really opening up the outside of that left hip. And maybe a little circle here in the torso. Good, and reverse. Coming, just sitting up tall. Let's inhale the arms up overhead, clasp the hands and just reach the palms up. And we'll do a little circle lean with the arms above our head. And reversing. Good. Extra stretch, side to side. Good. And then keeping the awareness in the foot that's on the ground. We're going to inhale up and then just let the arms come forward and find a relaxed forward fold over the bent leg. You can release the hands and soften forward, releasing head and neck and just breathing into the fullness of the spine here. Good, and then slowly rolling your torso back up. Head and neck last. Good, let's change legs. So we'll plant that left foot, bring the right ankle on top of that left knee. First, notice how the outside of this hip is feeling now. Coming forward a little bit and beginning gentle circles here. And reversing. Let's inhale the arms overhead and clasp our fingers, pressing up as we relax the shoulders away from the ears at the same time, and then finding a little circling through the rib cage here. And the other direction. Good. Inhaling, lifting the gaze, and then pressing into that standing leg. We're going to exhale the arms forward, releasing the clasp, and then just find where it feels good to just soften into that forward fold, bringing your awareness to the flexibility in your spine and breathing into the full back. When you're ready, just rolling up all the way, head and neck last. Yay. And we'll bring that foot off of our knee. Coming a little bit more towards the edge of the chair, we're going to go ahead and come into standing, but we'll do that in a flowing way. So we're going to bring the torso forward as we bring the arms forward, standing into our legs, coming off of the chair, inhaling our arms all the way up. A little arch at the top, and then we're going to exhale and come back down slowly, balancing with our hands forward as the hips come back down, finding the chair, and the hands swoop back as our head releases forward. Good. Inhaling forward, standing down to come up, and then exhaling, finding that balance front and back, finding the chair and letting the arms swoop down and back. Good. And inhaling forward and up, and exhaling, sitting back down, building strength in our legs. This time, we'll go ahead and stay standing up. And we're going to release the arms. Good. And release the head towards the chest, soften through the shoulders and upper back. Good. Rolling up, bringing the chin up, gazing upward, and coming to neutral. Yay. All right, shoulder roll. Let's do a little more with the chair here. So we'll bring it in front of us, and let's step our right leg back, finding that stretch through the back of the leg, anchoring that heel down, lengthening our calf muscle. And then let's go ahead and straighten the front leg. Still lifting through the crown, so really engaging as you anchor through the legs. Release the tailbone downward and pull the belly muscles in towards the front of the spine as you lengthen upward through the crown, softening through the shoulders and upper back. So getting a sense of really engaged elongation through the body. Good. And then we're going to bend that front knee and come onto the ball of that back foot, sliding that foot back a little bit more, and just coming a little deeper into that lunge. Good. And then we're going to straighten that front leg and bring our head a little more forwards in between our arms. Good. Bending that front leg and coming forward all the way, bringing that back leg in. Good. Let's inhale the arms up. Little arch at the top and releasing the arms down. Wonderful. So now we're going to step that left foot back and find a distance where you can, bring that heel closer to the ground. Feeling a really good stretch in the calf. If it feels good to come out and come up onto the toes of that back foot and then come back down, and maybe do that a couple of times. That might help the calf. Notice how good it feels and start to open up a little deeper. So yeah, just enjoying that. And then, really anchoring in your spine with that sense of elongation in both directions. Yeah, good. Maybe gaze from left to right. Notice how the neck and upper back is feeling those muscles. And then we're going to straighten the front leg. And just notice how that feels, breathing here. Enjoying the stillness, enjoying the support of the chair. Good, and then we're gonna bend into that front leg a little bit deeper. We're gonna come onto the ball of that back foot and let that back leg shimmy out away from us more, coming into a deeper lunge. Breathing here, building strength into that front leg, good. And then kind of hop that back leg forward just a little bit so you can straighten the front leg and have the back heel more closer to the ground. And then rest your wrists on the chair as you bring the head more in alignment with the upper arms and relax here. Really engaging as you press down through the legs, holding up through the belly and core. Relaxing head, neck, and shoulders. And breathing smoothly and deeply. Good. All right, we're gonna bend that front leg, bring our hands back to the back of the chair, and just really, step forward. Good. Let's do a little walking here. So come away from the chair a little bit, bending a knee and coming on the toes and back and forth. Just a little swivel in the hips, stretching out the hips, low back. Have fun with it. Good, okay. And then standing back towards the chair. Wonderful. Let's go ahead and lift our left arm up. Soften through the shoulders. And then we're gonna bring all our weight into our left leg and allow the right leg to come off the floor and move back and up as our body moves forward. And we're just gonna find a place that feels okay to hang out and breathe here. Really extending fully in both directions. Good, and then we're gonna release that arm and leg down. Good, let's inhale the right arm up. Pausing here, relaxing in the shoulders, and then bringing all our weight into the right leg. The left leg is gonna come off the floor and lift behind us as our torso comes forward a little bit. And just hanging out here, breathing into the belly, rib cage, chest. Good, and bringing that arm and leg back. Good, let's see if we can go back and forth. So we're just gonna inhale, arm and leg, and lift through the chest, and then bring the arm and leg back down. We're gonna inhale, opposite arm and leg, lifting as we arch to the top of the spine, and exhaling down. Good, back and forth here. Really opening through the whole front side of the body. Good, inhaling. And when we inhale, we're really contracting the muscles in the back side of the body. Good. Which is really helpful for anybody who has a lot of time driving, sitting at a computer, being affected by gravity, which is most of us. Good, one more. Oh yay, that one feels really good. And bringing our hands down, relaxing, closing your eyes. Good. And then let's bring our right hand behind us, and we're going to pick up the right foot and reach for our heel, our ankle. If that's too hard, then just have the intention of our hand reaching towards that foot. And otherwise, you can find the foot and then bring that knee right underneath you and draw the foot towards your hips and give your quad in the front there a really good stretch. Yeah. This is a good time to let your gaze wander in your environment, taking in the little details and noticing where your eyes like to rest and hang out and appreciate. Good. When you're ready, you can release that foot and we'll change sides. So first, just coming into both legs, notice, how that felt standing in the other leg for that long. And then we're going to come into that right foot with our weight and reach our left hand back to find the left foot. And focusing on the quad in the front. Here's a good time too to bring the chin forward or gaze side to side, just making sure the neck is staying relaxed as we find new stretches. Good. And then we'll release that leg and just step the feet hip width apart and let the hips rock from side to side. Good. Okay, let's come to the side. We can let our right arm connect with the chair. And let's inhale the left arm up and find a place for the inner foot to hang out either above or below the knee. And we'll find a little version of tree pose here. Yep, you can stay right here with the hand on the chair, or if it feels okay to experiment letting the hand come off the chair, just make sure that you're really rooting through that standing leg and lengthening up through the crown at the same time. And then finding whatever version of extension through the arms that feels good today. And bring the arm all the way up. But that might make your tree a little wavy. Good, and oh, yay. Let's rotate our wrists out there in our tree pose. Good, back down. And then let's just grab a hold of our knee and just hug it up towards our shoulder. Hug, 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 yay. And release. Wonderful, we'll change sides. The chair over here. So we're going to go ahead and bring the weight into our right foot, lifting the left leg off the floor as the arm comes overhead. If you want to help the foot find a place first. And then inhale that arm up. Hanging out here first, getting that sense of balance. And then as you feel rooted, and let the arm come off the chair and play with an expression that feels easy, supportive. Maybe slowly that arm wants to come up. Feel the softness through the arms and hands. That might help. Might feel like you're holding a big ball of energy above your head. Good, and then we'll just softly rotate the wrists as we bring our arms back down. Yay, and then let's hug that knee out to the side and just up a little bit towards the shoulder. Yay. Good, and then we're going to release that. Wow, we'll kind of come off the chair and just do some flowy shoulder weight shifts here, full body, playful expression. Our class is almost over already. That went fast. So just finding any other movements that will feel good for you today. and help you move into the rest of your day or evening feeling good. Good. Let's bring our hands to the chest and do a little bit of massage here along our sternum. And then we're going to just, with a big open palm, we'll slap down the inside of our right arm and then up the outside. Back of the shoulder, top of the shoulder. And then we'll go down the front one more time, working the lung meridian on the inside of the leg, arm, and then the back. We're working the large intestine meridian across the top of the shoulder there. And then we're going to go across the chest, take a moment here. And down the inside of the other arm, big soft palm, and up the backside. Across the top of the shoulder. And one more time down the front. Let's come to the side of our ribs into the back. There in the area of the kidney. You can do soft fists, palms, low back. Across the top of the buttocks and around the hips. And then we're going to come down the back side of the legs and the outside of the lower legs. And then the inside of the feet and the inside of the legs, all the way back up. And gently around the abdomen. We're going to go up the right side, across the top, and down the left side. Up the right side, across the top, and down the left side. Good. And then just a gentle little massage right in the center. Good. And then just placing one hand on top of the other. Let's close our eyes. Relaxing into this new revived body. Feeling more awake, more alive, more grounded. More peaceful. Let's bring the top hand to the chest. A little acknowledgement there. The heart and the belly. Synchronized. And then we're just going to bring our hands to the top of the head and do a little gentle tapping at the crown. Our beautiful minds always at work, creating and visualizing and manifesting and listening and being synchronized with our heart and with our belly, with our body. And just across the top of the forehead here to the third eye and across the top of the eyebrows over to the temples. Yeah. And smoothing out. Yay. All right. Thanks so much, everyone. I wish you a beautiful rest of your day. May you continue to feel enlivened and more peaceful at the same time. And we'll see